the livest one, like a Bedford Stuyvesant, realist, straight from the Ave. I'm glad to be back on the East Coast. That is correct. The livest one, like I'm from Bedford Stuyvesant, the realist, straight from Phillips. I greatly appreciate all the support this last month. It's been a pinnacle of success. 4 million people so far in the last 28 days. That is a consecutive number. There's some motorcycles out here burning up the road, and it's nice, cool, getting close to Christmas. So welcome to the photography plug. I greatly appreciate all the support. We started this forum, Sonya Massey's protest.
I know.
Hey, good. We started this forum, obviously, Sonya Massey protest. We have continued ever since. A very important forum today. Now, the subject at hand is obviously, as the thumbnail, thumb tag shows, that Lil Durk, that is correct, Lil Durk being incarcerated in, I think, Florida, but the federal prosecutors have found more evidence that Durk is possibly, that is correct, he is possibly being prosecuted for a second homicide, his own revenging his own brother. I don't know if that's a good defense for the prosecutor. If a federal officer was killed and the feds revenged his death, would they be charged with that death? I don't think so. So welcome to the photography plug. Subscribe. Donate. That's so important when we're talking about entrepreneurship. That's so very important when we're talking about entrepreneurs. A nice, cool day for, very nice, cool day for a Friday evening, getting close to Christmas. So hopefully you've done your Christmas shopping if you're doing Christmas or Hanukkah, or whatever religion that you doing the holidays. So welcome to the photography plug. We're talking Lil Durk's incarceration, second possible homicide linked to his brother. And is that something that if you actually did revenged your, I guess you can't take the law into your own hands, but they're saying the first case is so shaky that the prosecutors only have lyrics to songs and not necessarily any hard evidence. That's what his attorneys are actually saying and stating. That yes, Durk, we see the files and we see what you have in front of us, but it looks like you just have some type of lyrics and you actually don't have enough evidence to convict Mr. Durk. I don't think he's going to be telling on this. Is not a Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. This is not a Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. I don't think Durk is going to roll over anytime soon. We already have one of the commenters today. It said, "Are we vandalizing property today?" My friends, this is America, and you have to wait to see and to find out. But as of now, no. So welcome to the photography plug. Like I said, we're free American citizens, and we have no court dates, my friends. So unfortunately, we just left California. We just left Los Angeles. We seen Halle Berry out there at the top of that hill, the top of that mountain. At the very top of that mountain, my friends, that mountain that you're going to climb, the top of Everest is a difference. But the top of Hollywood, there's Halle Berry, and we got there, and we got the photos. And obviously 4 million people have tuned in the last 30 days. Isn't that amazing for a black entrepreneur to have 4 million people tune in to that one YouTube? We're so proud of our company here at Photography Plug, and we want you to be proud of what you do, whatever you do as an entrepreneur. So let us know where you've been, where you're from, and where you're planning on going. People don't go to California just to roll their thumbs, my friends. They go to places to be successful. Hope you woke up this morning planning on being successful. Forgetting about yesterday. It's not going to profit you. It's not going to help you. But today is the factor. You're successful, even if you're not an entrepreneur, my friends. You woke up, you're breathing, you're alive, you're well. And for our sakes, we're on social media, and you are too. So welcome. I greatly appreciate all the social media lights that are here. And we'll be checking these numbers and talking about Durk. That is right, that Chicago rapper. People have been talking about Durk since he's been out of high school. Even him and King Von, that notorious King Von and that notorious Atlanta. Atlanta is so... somebody just commented, Tekashi 6ix9ine is back in jail. That is correct. So even, my friends, even if you are a particular, let's just say for instance, if you individually get arrested, obviously they're going to say, you're going to get 100 years. And then Tekashi snitches. But yes, Tekashi, I heard he was back in jail for a minor charge. And obviously he was one of the first hip-hop national ratters, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world, my friends, because he became the number one IG live blogger before the streets for his safety. Very, very, very disturbing. So here we are at the International Civil Rights Museum, that same feeling of that police car of the civil rights movement, how it kind of leans back like that, kind of like the Billy Clubs are on the way. My friends, that is correct. Like the abuse. There's a lot of people say, well, we'll call the police on you. We're going to get our dogs on you. My friends, we're American citizens. The last thing we worry about is the police. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, and all the people that are tuning in to the page. That's a free police car. You can go get it. It's running. Shouldn't be running by itself, but there it is. So we're back, we're live. Obviously at the International Civil Rights Museum, where it means so much. Those civil rights being violated. And we're talking Jay-Z also. We couldn't do both captions, but yes, we're talking Jay-Z. And remember the importance of the civil rights. Somebody just said microphone is buzzing. I apologize about that, guys. Because I'm French. Oh, really? Ouch. Can someone tell me what time it is in Chicago? I can give you an estimate time. If it's 5 o'clock here, it's more so maybe 7 o'clock in Chicago. Remember, this form is very important form. The Underground Railroad was a system of a trustworthy people and marked routes used by African Americans to escape from slavery. And thousands of men and women and children were guided by conductors, traveled on foot in special vehicles along this network in hiding places and stations. This is a very important place where we always tune into. And here it is, unmanned police officer car, looks like to me. Nobody's in it. It's running. That's our tax dollar being wasted there. We can go right inside that car, take it around the block, and take it for a spin. And it'll be a joy, a very joy. You just tell me if you want to ride around in that police car. It's on you. Welcome to the Photography Plug. We're talking Lil Durk being incarcerated. That is correct. This is a crazy story about Durk. Somebody said, go inside and free Little Durk. You want me to go inside and free Little Durk? So you want me to go back there, take a joyride in that police car and go free Little Durk? Okay, we'll do that. So here at the Photography Plug, we do exactly what you tell us to do. We had a commenter, and remember, we always say Jay-Z. Jay-Z is, it is very important. We always say, yes, that your comments mean so much here. There's so many years. It's been so many very dear years that, you went to Tidal and you commented and you paid your money fee as the app failed, and you went there and you commented and you said yes, my friends. You said yes. And they didn't comment back, neither Beyonce. So your comments mean so much at Photography Plug, and we really do mean that. We made sure that we were answering all of the comments that are recent. There's no way we can answer all of the comments. We'll try our best to answer your comments. And one of the commenters said, yes, take this car for a joyride, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So yes, we'll go ahead and take this car. Make sure nobody's looking. We're looking around. We're looking around. We're looking around. Nobody's looking. We'll get close. See how close we can get. It's unarmed. That is our tax dollar. Let's see if we can sneak up and go around it and take it for a nice little joyride. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My friends. My friends. No, nobody in the United States of America is that silly to take an old raggedy police car for a joyride for a few minutes. My friends, we're a business and we take this business very seriously. But you never know with the Photography Plug. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. They said it's tempting. Put a cop car out there. He'll take it. He's going live. He's going to go live. He's going to take it. We say, we're going to jump in the back of that vehicle, my friends. Now, Los Angeles, California, we just left. It's a lot like being incarcerated. It was a moneyless society. That is correct. Los Angeles, California was the first time I realized I can't touch cash. They charge you for touching that money. They charge you for touching your money. So if you have money in the ATM, you have to get it out, right? So they charge you that $3 and there's other surcharges. So you get charged a lot for nothing at all, my friends. It's hard to explain. Very, very expensive. I never went to a place where you can't even see any money on the ground. Nobody even drops a penny. I haven't seen a penny in Los Angeles, California. I can show you how many miles I've walked. I'm glad to be back home. I have my car tucked away right now, and I've been getting plenty of good sleep. Like I said, we have 4 million people. So Lil Durk incarcerated. Jay-Z looks like he's on the way. Sean Puffy Combs doesn't look like he's getting out anytime soon. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I greatly appreciate everybody. Somebody said, I paid for it with taxes. You're right. We all pay. If you go into a store, you work a job, you pay with taxes. So you pay for your taxes. And all these people right here, they're paying taxes right now as they ride down the street. It's a tax dollar on that gas. It's a tax dollar on her coat. It's a tax dollar on the jacket on that dog. It's a tax dollar on the energy of that Tesla. Shouts out to Elon Musk. And we always love to shout out our partners at YouTube. We're trying our best to follow all the guidelines, but we do ask anybody up under 18, my friends. We don't show any nudity, and we do try not to use any profanity, but we are influencers. That's even more deadly than any nudity, my friends. We're influencers. You have to understand that, yes, people say, we will listen to you all day and we won't be influenced by you. You must be 18 and you're older to be in this forum. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I'll be reading some of your important comments right now. Somebody said, go inside and free Durk. Somebody said, had a layover at Chicago for an hour, which was 59 more minutes than I wanted to stay in this S-hole. So somebody said they didn't want to stay, and that is very good, my friend. If it's only 59 minutes, that's not bad at all. Try to enjoy yourself when you're on these trips. I know it's very hard, and you're probably on a flight. I would suggest sometimes take Amtrak, a little bit more relaxing. You can forget about things just for a little bit. When you're taking a flight, my friends, they're going to hurry up, get you there in 4 hours. They're going to get you across country in 4 hours. And when they do that, they're going to rush you. You're going to rush your thoughts. If you're in the store and somebody says, I'm in front of you, let them go and let them pay. Because don't be in a rush to give people your money. My friends, please don't be in a rush to give people your money. The subject that we're talking about today is Lil Durk. Lil Durk being incarcerated in, I think, Florida, but Chicago federal prosecutors are saying they linked him to a possible another homicide dealing with his brother. I know this is a tough subject because a lot of people don't. When I got the film of Lil Durk, I said, well, who's coming? And I think I'll talk to D-Thing, his brother. And I think I said, well, at the time I said, I don't know who Lil Durk is. And he said, you don't know who Lil Durk is? I thought everybody in the world knew Lil Durk is. So in my mind, I said, these are guys from Chicago. I said, this is Derrick Rose. So in my mind, I said, this is Derrick Rose coming. And then all of a sudden, Lil Durk came. We got that shot of Lil Durk. That was in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that was the shot that we got of Lil Durk in Charlotte, North Carolina. You paid for the police car, though taxes you could take for a joyride. Please, we'll go check on that car and we'll see if we can take it on a joyride. Maybe we can ask the officer if we can jump inside and take that individual car for a very fun joyride. My friends, my car is very nice. I mean, it's an older Challenger, but that car has rust all over it. I mean, it doesn't even look like a car that is, it looks like a baked car sitting outside of the Civil Rights Museum. It'd be interesting, and it's not safe for kids. If a kid seen that car and took it, you left it running on purpose, he can run into bystanders, my friends. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We're at the International Civil Rights Museum. Guys, LA was so hard. LA was so incredibly hard. I'm glad you guys stuck with me and stuck with the lives. I'm trying to keep up with you guys' comments. But Los Angeles was so very hard. And the police car is now gone. So I guess they said he's not going for that bait. And no officer should be riding around in that rust bucket. My friends, it's 2024. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We'll go down here towards the college campus here. But remember, those civil rights are so important for American citizens. We fought for Young Thug. We got everything we wanted in that Young Thug case. I told people I was going to beat that case. And the Raggedy attorneys are the attorneys outside the courtroom. Me and his father fought. And yes, we helped exonerate a Young Thug. And now he's almost a free man. We will get there. So very beautiful fall evening. Now, if I had my choice, guys, I wouldn't be here live with you. If I had my choice, I'd be on the south side of Charlotte, North Carolina, in my old home, maybe aerating my grass, you know. But things happen in life, my friends. Things happen to people. People break up and people go in different directions. And when they do that, my friends, sometimes you lose things and sometimes you win things. But we're going to get close back to that south side of Charlotte. It was a very beautiful neighborhood, which I enjoy so very much back and home. Now we're live here, International Civil Rights Museum. I think we'll be heading down. We'll be live for a while, as long as we keep a natural feed. And it is a very beautiful, it seems like a fall, but it is a winter evening. Very nice, crispy winter evening. It's perfect for filming. It looks like the film is very good, that humidity. But you cannot beat LA. You can't beat California. That's right. You just can't do it. You can't beat the weather of Los Angeles, California. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We are live. This is an adult forum. Please comment and donate. It's very important. Lil Durk incarcerated on that second possible homicide. Now, you could be one homicide, or when you're talking about double murder, and it's one of our friends, Jimmy Johns. But when we're talking double murder. That is an important faction, that very important faction that is going to be a little bit more difficult to beat. A double murder case will be a little bit more difficult to beat. We're going to cross over here. Got to kind of speed up things here. But yes, I really appreciate all the support. This has been unreal. I think those, because we went to Los Angeles, so many people said, "Wow," and you get different fans, and you know, it is all about power and control, my friends. Let's not fool ourselves and think this. Oh, you remember this when you was a kid? Maybe this is kids from the 40s, but that's pretty cool. It's nothing like that during winter time. During that winter time, and this is what I think Mr. Donald Trump was talking about. Make America great again. That is correct. Marilyn Monroe here. Marilyn Monroe, and making that America great again. Look at those toys. So remember, donate, donate, donate. This is the photography plug you're tuning into. Like I said before, we greatly appreciate all the support for so long. It's been 2 years that we have really been getting a lot of support. That Young Thug video is almost up to 6 million views. We're very proud of that. We did talk to Soulja Boy. If you haven't seen the video, you can go to photography plug at IG. It has over 200 and some odd thousand videos. I don't know if the video is a viral video, but he didn't even share it, and all of a sudden it has all these views. We don't know what's going to go viral, guys. Sometimes it could be a sort of different things, but we will read some of these comments. The man is a bum. Somebody commented and said the photography plug is a bum. I greatly appreciate your comments. Some things that we go through are real, and we're not a fake page, and you have your right to your opinion, however that makes you feel. But it's not too many bums that own their own place are live right now with 131,000, with 4 million people that come. I apologize. We have 4 million people just this month. I don't think any person, I mean, you can have your opinion, and I greatly appreciate your comments. So welcome to the photography plug. We're going to be passing by these individuals here, which is more than likely a white supremacy type of deal, and we don't mean any knock anybody for whatever they are doing. So we greatly appreciate so many people that has been tuning in to our page. Yes, we have been through a lot as Photography Plug. We're a real page, and fortunately the subject at hand is Lil Durk being incarcerated in that Chicago. Federal prosecutors are saying they have more evidence than Durk. Sometimes when we run these things, it's like we're talking about subjects that a lot of times are not trending. And it's hard for us to pick whether we talk about Jay-Z or we talk about Durk or whatever the subject is, but more than likely it is a trending subject that we are looking for. So welcome to the Photography Plug, and I greatly appreciate all of the comments, my friends. Every single comment does count. This is social media, guys. McDonald's is not going to stop selling hamburgers because somebody had a heart attack. I think they thought they could stop Photography Plug by reporting the page. If YouTube said nowhere in the world, YouTube loves Photography Plug. They allocate us, and we get paid from YouTube. And we are so glad to be a partner there at that 31 point some odd billion dollar company. So many people didn't believe that we can just do this. But yes, the numbers are going up so very well. So Lil Durk being incarcerated. What do you think about Jay-Z? Now, is Jay-Z the next person that's going to be incarcerated? One of his first concerts started here, not too far from Phillips Avenue. Avenue I always talk about. And right down there is that beautiful train station. You can go anywhere in the country. And I showed you that you could. Very nice vibe down here on Martin Luther King Boulevard. Very nice vibe down here tonight. It's that fall feeling, but it's actually winter. Close to. And I like this natural free, but remember, donate, donate, donate. It's so important. That allocation is so very important for all of us. Somebody just commented, he is, but I greatly appreciate all of the comments, whether they're positive or negative. We're not necessarily looking for all positive comments, my friends. Some have to be negative. But we don't want to look at this individual person's page and then they have 1 or 2 followers and we really figure out who really is the bum. See, the technology is where it's at. See, you see this, the clouds, that's pretty much the house that we live in. As a photographer, I found out, I said, you know what? You have to be out here sometimes day in and day out to be the best. Now, you could be an average photographer. And some of those shots that we got was like this. This was a cool alleyway. Remember those shots on the rail? That was in LA. We can actually use this one, almost similar to that one. These alleyways have so much art in them, as you can see. But the thing about out there, it's not just kind of scribble scrabble. See, doesn't mean anything, a lot of this stuff. But out there is gangs. So it's real gangs. It's not just somebody coming to that's not even a gang. These are not even gangs. That's not even a gang. It's just kids just marking on the wall. So I'm not saying it's not authentic, but it's not as authentic as if you are walking through South Central LA. My friends, it's a whole different vibe and it's a whole different feeling. And they say that about New York City. Remember that. They say that about New York City. They say it's so photogenic. Some of these cities are so photogenic. It is unreal. So obviously this is my hometown where people show me a lot of love or show me a lot of hate. It doesn't matter. Either way, we had some good vlogs, live vlogs down here. It's very early and we're going live a lot more. So don't worry. Now that we're home, we can get a lot more rest and we can charge up a lot better. So we'll be going live all this weekend a lot more, especially. And a lot of people are start talking about Kanye. Kanye hasn't been in the news in a long time, my friends. And I think it's about time for us to have a discussion about Kanye. But today we're talking about Lil Durk. I'm gonna tell you one thing I miss about one of the things that I miss about the West Coast is the fact that dispensaries, those medical marijuana dispensaries, have you feeling so good. So this is some artwork we have in my hometown. You got Elton, you have Kanye, and then that's what remind Elvis. So many different Jimi Hendrix. So many different individuals. Somebody just commented, one of the more commenters, and this is so these commenters are very poor comments. Well, we're back home today. We went to LA. If you haven't seen, we filmed Halle Berry. If you haven't seen that, we talked to Soulja Boy. We asked him for $1 million in investment. That video is kind of going viral on Photography Plug at IG. You can go to Photography Plug at IG. Now, I understand the Kanye effect. Kanye effect is this, my friends. If you talk about Kanye, you say, well, he's not successful. That is not reality, my friends. Kanye West is very successful, and he's a very successful a Black American person. So I think I kind of give people the same vibe as a Ye. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as successful as Kanye. But my point is, I think I give that brotherly vibe that that yes, no matter how successful we become, people are going to say, oh, that's my brother. He's not successful. And I understand that. I am your brother. I'm here. I'm a photography plug. We care about your comments and what you talk about and how you feel in life. Somebody commented and said Photography Plug was one of the more successful companies in American and world history. We greatly appreciate your comment. So donate, subscribe. We're simply just trying to keep those numbers going. That is correct. Somebody say you're desperate for numbers or whatever people say. It doesn't affect us. We want to move forward. 85 consecutive viewership is 85 consecutive viewership is a lot more than, in other words, we get off when we get 15,000. That's 15,000 more, my friends, and we greatly appreciate it. Let us know where you at, what city you from. We had Brazil tuning in when we were in New Orleans. In LA, we had a whole different crowd. They wouldn't allow me to put my location, I think probably for the safety. They said, well, this guy's gonna go in deep, and we did. We went in deep in Los Angeles, places you cannot go and you cannot film, my friends. Places you have to have guts to go, and you have to have real guts to go and film. So welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody just commented South Carolina. Either they're in South Carolina or they think we are in South Carolina. Shouts out to Carolina, and shouts out to Rennie Rucci. Rennie Rucci, one of her first performances was right there at Photography Plug. If you know who Rennie Rucci is, she is a artist, that very artist. And these type of houses interest me so much. That little feeling of Baltimore, Maryland, you know, the squalor of it all. You know, having that brick building, the nice, beautiful SRT, and the car with no doors. You know, if I was mayor, I wouldn't allow this type of look to be on our front streets because it does. But you got to think about a city. What a city is made up of. Mostly junk. Most of the cities in the world are made up of a lot of squalor. And that's how people can make a lot of money. So welcome. Yeah, somebody just commented. They said they're in South Carolina. Shouts out to South Carolina. We want to go to South Carolina too. Greenville, Spartanburg. And Greenville, Spartanburg. And it's another place in South Carolina that we'd like to go. Obviously, South Carolina is the food is so good. I lost so much weight in Los Angeles because the food is very different. People are actually fighting over Snickers bars. It's all about food in Los Angeles, California. People are fighting. So for instance, how I have energy today, you know, this is an adult form. White people try to get a lot of their sleep and then they wake up and try to out-energize you. So it's all about energy. It's not necessarily about how long you can go in that one day. It's more so about how, if you get up in the morning, if you're in Los Angeles, California, and I love this look, this look would be good for videos, that artistic old house. It is a very good artistic look. Somebody said they're in Greenville. Shouts out to Greenville, South Carolina. I love South Carolina, some of the best food in the world. Remember, some of the places where we have some of the most impoverished people in the world. And here in my hometown, you can see people sleeping right here outside. It's going to be a cold night. So if you can come back through and show these people some love. Not every day we can give back, my friends. We can only point in the direction. I don't think I can adopt a kid, but I think that I could direct people to adopt this individual kid. In other words, I might not have the best relationship, but I think I could possibly be a matchmaker. So keep that in mind, my friends. Keep that in mind. And remember, it's always tricks out here for you to get caught up. Nice Friday evening, very beautiful, crispy air Friday evening. You cannot complain about the weather out here today, especially if you're, sort of snuggled up in this beautiful fall. Nice red brick here. Nice red brick back here. That's why it's always good to be on feet. You never know. This is my hometown. I didn't know this stuff back here even existed. So this is all new to me in my very hometown. A lot less racist than Los Angeles, my friends. People in the South have no idea. Say for instance, if it's a woman and I'm walking right here and she's going to a car, she's going to stop and freeze and look at me. Don't do that, because that makes me feel like to want to attack you. So if women are doing that and you go to your car, just go to your car. Speak to people. Hello. But if you stop and I stop and you're getting in your car and you look at me and I'm looking at you, you're making me feel, or you rattle your keys. Because I'm going to tell you this, guys, and I'll be reading some of these comments. I was deep in Africa, and it was this alcoholic guy in this very small town. So far in Africa, I couldn't tell you where, and you couldn't even go. It's so far you can go, it's literally almost impossible for you to literally get there. So it was a small town I went to in Africa, and it was a drunk guy came up. First, I took a taxi and they overcharged me. It was unreal. And then after that, it was this African guy that was drunk. And hey, you're going to buy me beer. You're going to buy me beer. The thing about it was he wanted me to punch him. If I'd have punched him, I'd have still been paying him to this day. In other words, a lot of these white people too, they see you driving a nice car and they're not stupid. They say, well, this guy comes from family. He comes from money. And if I make him upset and he hits me, we can have a court case. So it's not just drunks or black people or Indians or Mexicans. It's a lot of wealthy white people too that dare you. You say, yes, photography plug, hit me. I know who you are. You're going to pay me. If you don't, your family will. So keep that in mind. That is a thing that goes on. I had a lady at Friendly Shopping Center. The day after Trump won, I just went into the shopping center and parked my car. My car was clean. And she walked by my car so rudely. I said, I have the power in my hands to hit you one time and to roll your eyes back in your head. I can knock you out unconsciously for you being rude to me, for you being racist to me. For me just sitting here being a normal human being in my car and you being rude to me, I could knock you out, right? But then I thought about it. I said, that white woman's working this poor little job out here at Friendly Shopping Center. She sees me in this nice car, this black guy that's probably been around for, 30 plus years, and said, yes, he has some type of money. I wish I was in the situation that he was in. So a lot of times it's not the fact that they hate you. It's the fact that they want money out of you. So welcome to the photography. Just like that police car down there, there was probably a bait car. Listen, they would never say, we want to work with Photography Plug. I just left Los Angeles, California. LAPD did an excellent job by not touching me, not putting their hands on me. And New Jersey has done an excellent job by not touching me and not putting their hands on me. So all of these, New York City, they babysit me. When I go to New York City, I don't necessarily like it because the police will follow me. And as soon as I get tired, they'll pick me up and they'll send me to a safe house. So guys, I'm very well protected by the United States of America, if you don't understand that by now. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I have 2 black nephews. One of the commenters said, I have 2 black nephews. What are you referring to? I mean, does that make you a person that's not racist? If you marry a black person, are you now not a racist? You see what I'm saying? So I had a coworker that I used to work with. He said the Muslims that wear the hijabs, it's ridiculous. But But he was the individual that get drunk, pop pills all day, go home and abuse your wife. So we can't judge a society or people by how beautiful they look. They say, oh, they're so beautiful and they're so clean. Why are they not dirty like us? Like in LA, when everybody piss on the street. Most people in Los Angeles, California, piss right there on the street. Some of your better artists in France and New York, Andy Warhol was known to piss on his art. And I noticed most artists, and this is a gentleman that called me a bum, they are bums. They said, we are bums, my friends. That's what we are. We're hobos. And some of the artists, Bayansky or the black artist that was very known, trending very recently, bum. He was known to be a bum, my friend. And now his artwork is over $100 million because you have to get down there in the dirt. You have to get down there in the grit. What's up, bro? How you doing, dog? See that? Sometimes I can go through the worst neighborhoods in the world. And the guy in LA, he told me, he said, listen, I'm going to ask you something because I had on these tennis shoes. Right now, I'll show you the shoes I have on right now. I have on these white shoes, which I would have never wore in LA. You never wear a stitched shoe, a shoe that's stitched in LA. You better put on your worst gear because either they're going to try to sell you or they're going to try to rob you. So when you're in certain cities, my friends, don't go there with your brand new clothes on because you're going to be a victim of robbery. If you wear brand new Jordans in Los Angeles, California, you're showing that you're the biggest gangbanger on the block. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're 45 years old. If you have on those brand new pair of Jordans in Los Angeles, California, my friends, let me tell you, every gangster is going to come out and try you. A guy came up to me. He said, let me ask you something. And I said, he didn't use any profanity at all. It was a little short Migo a few days ago. And he said, he got shot in the leg. And he said, I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to ask you one question. He said, you don't know where the fuck you at. He didn't use a cuss word. I don't know how he used it, but he basically said that. And I said, no, I don't know. He said, okay, go ahead. That's the type of respect that, you know, it could have went left. And really, you have gangsters that are gangbangers that are, the gang doesn't even want anything to do with them. But when they're committing crimes, yes. It's just like we was talking this Lil Durk situation. If you have, let's say for instance, one murder charge and you have 2 murder charges. And then and next thing you know, the government puts 3 murder charges. The only person that's ever been convicted and did time was obviously Suge Knight, right? Everybody else, 10 years. Tory Lanez, 10 years. Nobody else, a whole lot of time. Not a whole lot of time. And I'd like to shout out to Amtrak. They did a very well job by getting me to the East Coast and where there was 8,000 miles that we have traveled. 4 million plus viewers. And we're so proud of what we have accomplished in the last 28 days. So I greatly appreciate it. Somebody said, my friends, he's a bum. Anything that you could say will never stop. I think that's what they don't understand. You could say, I'm a bum, I'm a sissy, I'm a whatever you say. That thing about when people say, well, he's a, if you say, well, where are the people at? Where's the evidence? Where are the people at? You know what I'm saying? So, guys, don't pay attention to these haters out here. We need haters on our page. Did you see Drake's hater list? That is correct, my friends. You can tell we're a lot stronger now. We've been live a lot longer now. Black people can be racist too. It's not one side. Yes, racist, a scientist. That ism is not what you think it is. It's not the fact of something negative. And we say, well, that's so bad for an individual to be a racist. You know, that guys, Donald Trump's a racist. I'm a racist. And this is to John Hope. I talk a lot of junk about John Hope. I say, John Hope, you're Uncle Tommen because I'm Uncle Tommen right along with you, my friends. It's easy to say, oh, Master Farad Muhammad or Louis Farrakhan, they're not Toms. That's opinionated. That's opinionated. To me, if I can have my opinion and I can use my vernacular like Lil Wayne's vernacular against Kendrick Lamar, that is another great subject at hand. Like that Kendrick Lamar versus a Lil Wayne. That should have been the tagline, my friends. So we're always searching for that great tagline to keep people commenting and knowing, but I greatly appreciate it. We'll be reading some of these comments. I'll be reading some of these comments right now. Like you said, black people, okay, facts, knowledge, bro. Somebody said facts. Bro, please, bro, can please know what this is about. Is it about Durk case? Yes, this is about Durk case. It's just a long live feed. Lil Durk is known to a lot of artists, but unfortunately, Lil Durk is not truly. He's a worldwide artist. He's more so of a Chicago and American artist that nobody really knows about like we think they do. A lot of these artists that we revere, the Bootsy's, the guy in Atlanta, Pakistan, Rollo. A lot of people don't know these people. So when we talk about these people, we're helping them. But then we say, well, when we need help, it's no return. So we have to be very careful on what I don't know what that is. That is disgusting. And this shows you where we started when we talked about that Sanya Massey. When we always talked about that important Sanya Massey. And we did something here when we always did. And if I can see if I can find one, it represents the struggle of the black oppression in the art. So we'll find that a solid rock to define. It's a little heavy like this. That's a solid rock. But this is to defy the system. This is what it represents. When you kill our people, our beautiful black queens, we're going to continue to protest, and we greatly appreciate YouTube allowing us to do it in a peacefully but an artistic way. That Sanya Massey, we'll never forget. Been shot by that Chicago officer. We'll never forget. We'll never stop fighting. That artwork, that Sanya Massey. So we'll continue, guys. We'll continue on a professional level, a more professional level than even the federal government can understand. I mean, even the CIA can understand. Maybe one day we'll have the power that the Marines, the Army, the Navy, United States government, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and the entire government be looking for a photography plug. Until that day, we are free American citizens. That's saying that protest never ends. But maybe one day you'll turn on CNN and we'll put it in the format of a movie. And everything that you're hearing here is fake, fictitious, not real. But just imagine, if you will, and I'll be reading some of these comments. Black people can be racist too. It's not one-sided, same comment. Okay, great. And remember, donate, 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 donate. That's so important to donate. Just imagine if one day you seen an individual with the hijab on with the AK-47 in his head. That would represent only one thing: arms against this very country. But today, I'm a free American citizen. And America doesn't want to put hands on me. Obviously, I just traveled 8,000 miles. End up on the movie set of Halle Berry. There it is right there on our YouTube to show you. the evidence. And Holly Berry, it even came to our page 50 times. And my friends, now Mrs. Berry is afraid of a black photographer. All the white photographers, we learned one thing. Remember, education comes when a scientist studies, he goes there. There's some people study in the schoolhouse, but the real scientists go. So one thing we learned when we was in Los Angeles, California, that it was 50 white photographers all around Holly Berry for one shot. Scholars. 50 white photographers all around for Holly Berry. Now, when I showed up, it was one black too many. And Holly Berry said, no way in the world. Too late, Mrs. Berry. I already have your video. So we love these individuals. And sometimes saying hello is a little bit too much for Holly Berry's sake. So I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to be staying live. You see how stronger our live is? It's a little bit stronger than it is normally. We go down here to the campus, or we go back up. But every day can't be like your birthday, my friends. Every day can't be like ice cream and cake. In other words, my friends, we can't be in LA all the time. We'll be going back. And then we're talking about the Super Bowl also. Lil Wayne. In that Super Bowl. That is correct. I'm sorry, Kendrick Lamar. Now, Kendrick Lamar set up so good for that. I apologize. The Grammys right before or after. We'll be trying to get back to those Grammys, but I think the Super Bowl is going to be the biggest show. That Grammy is probably going to be on an off night. Very slow in reality. Now, for social media, it'll be great. But for the reality of that Grammy night actually being there, it's going to be like a Sunday night. It is going to be a very boring night. It's going to be a very boring night. And hopefully Willow Smith wins that award that she wants to win. But a lot of people, they just don't. Unfortunately, you don't get it your way and I don't get it my way either. We have to do it all by ourselves in a sense. Somebody said, where I'm at, back home, International Civil Rights Museum. I am back home. Let us know where you at. Like Dursky said, police ass niggas asking where I'm at. Don't be the police. Stop asking where I'm at. Just comment on the subject. Lil Durk being indicted, possibly on a second possible homicide. This is a message sent from the United States government saying, no, the federal government is not just a place where you can go and make your name at. Obviously, Tupac Shakur's, to Suge Knight's, to Donald Trump, 34 felons. They have shown and proved that they can form the biggest celebrities in the world. The federal government puts a stamp on you, my friends. Your value goes up. So let's keep that in mind, that if the federal government, thank you guys, I appreciate it, excuse me. But if the federal government arrests me right now, my friends, you're gonna be wondering what's going on. Then they'll have to write a report. The report will come out. And at the end of the day, that individual does nothing but become successful. Nothing stops a celeb. Nothing stops. Once you get a certain place, anything can happen, my friends, and it's just going to help. Like Tupac Shakur died and became an international superstar. So keep that in mind. Welcome to the Photography Plug. It's getting kind of dark out here tonight, and I greatly appreciate it. One thing about Greensboro, like I say, they're advanced, they're smart, they're intelligent. LA, they're rich, but they're dumb. I had a guy come up to me and say, wow, you have a following? They didn't want any black person to have anything except Denzel Washington. They didn't want a black person to have a cell phone in Los Angeles, California, my friends. Oh, a black person with a cell phone? Oh my gosh, she's gonna take over the world. I mean, that is the attitude of people in Los Angeles, California. That, yes, a black person with a cell phone, oh my God, and he has a following. Where's the federal government to arrest this man? So that freedom comes from that empowerment of nothing is more revolutionary than technology. Greetings from Australia. Yes, my friends. This has been a wonderful day when we hear from Australia. And as soon as I said nothing is more revolutionary than technology, we'll follow our great friends at YouTube, my friends. And I would like to challenge you two to help us with our forum so we can. This is great. Now, I did say I was going to kind of uncomputerize myself, and we'll walk back down the boulevard. It's nothing down that way. But this is a great shot here. Now, when I was a kid, these birds, they all flew south from Carolina Circle Apartments. Shouts out, rest in peace to Mike Walls. But this is a great shot I could use on the rails. Just these bats flying past. These bats just flying past that church. These birds that haven't flew south yet. They're not flying south, my friends. That's not south. I can assure you that. South is the other direction. I know. For sure. One thing that I can do, and I'll be reading some of these comments, if I'm in New York City, I could take this little piece of rock and I can drop it and I can find it. I can come back and find it and not even know what city I'm in. And for some reason, I can find it. So we'll be going right back down the Boulevard, and we are talking Lil Durk's a possible second homicide. I think that the prosecutors are obviously witch hunting, and if a police officer was killed and they killed the person that killed the officer, then how would the world, if your brother was killed and you revenged his death, I mean, would the jury say, well, I mean, these guys are street guys, right? I mean, who are we prosecuting? Who is the person? You know, who are these individuals? Like a Young Thug case, nobody cares about Nut or anybody like that. So if you think a jury is going to find a millionaire guilty and an artist guilty with a great attorney by saying a few words, my friends, you're probably mistaken. Now, we wanted to rent this little spot here. We was thinking about renting this little spot. It's one spot with a little microphone. We were thinking about renting for a photography club, but we'd like to be more mobile. We're gonna get an office, maybe very soon. I obviously work at my home office. So welcome to the photography plug. Shouts out to Australia. One of the commenters said, yo, what's up? Shouts out to you. Nice, beautiful night. Look, nice, beautiful night. Look at this guy. We'll get right in this guy's face. Look. The press. Look at this guy. How you doing, bro? He's on point. So guys, just remember that Sonya Massey and that the protests are not necessarily still in a police car, my friends. That the protest is an intelligent black man, an entrepreneur, the one that says no, the one that's not a 34 convicted felon. The one that says, no, I'm not a 34 convicted felon, my friends. I'm sorry, I'm a free American citizen. I'm a great American citizen. And I'm not a sovereign citizen. No, I risk the chance of going to jail. I take my responsibilities for going to jail. That same responsibility gives me the right to run for president of the United States of America if I wanted to. So welcome those 4 million people that, and it's like a great vibe here. Those 4 million people that came, and this is a nice little, like a cozy little bar restaurant. So we'll be live a little bit more. They had a lot of these in Los Angeles, which was cool. A lot of these different faces, which is really cool. So yes, welcome to the photography book. Yes, shouts out to Australia. That is very far. We greatly appreciate having that ability to talk to people all the way from Australia. There's a beauty salon there. They quickly call the police really fastly. We'll just notate what they're doing here. We're great American citizens. We can do that. They had one black client. I think the officer was saying they have no black clientele. And I agree. He's probably right on that. Unfortunately, she has no black clientele. So that is a difference between not serving black people. She have no black people that want to go and get their hair done there. And we know how our sisters are. They are not going to play with their hair for 1 second. So welcome to the Photography Plug. Lil Durk being incarcerated. We've been live for a little while. Guys, we've been live for a little while. It's cold out tonight. So remember, we're stopping by impoverished places. Hello, my friends. And if you can stop back through, if you know where I'm at, and show some of these people love. It's so very important. Tonight, we'll be in the homes, warm and comfortable. Last night, very comfortable night. When I was in LA, uncomfortable, my friends. But now I'm back home. I have the things that I need to survive. Nice Harley Davidson here. You think about the values of these things. If it's an authentic Harley Davidson, or it's just like some type of kit motorcycle that's worth about whatever the name or price of an individual come to work, try to prove to us that he's rich. My friends, don't do that. You embarrass yourselves. Don't do that. You embarrass yourselves when you're poor. It's just like me. If I pretended like I was a rich person, come on, guys. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. So we're moving towards that way to be that one day. And I was very successful at one time, but don't come to work saying that you're rich. And the fact of the matter, and one thing, I smell some good marijuana. You don't know what it is out here. You think it's marijuana. It's just smoke shop crap. So these people are probably taking money up for pets and dogs. Hello.
You look like you're having a great day. Great. Have you ever heard of care? We're helping families.
So that is a wonderful thing. They seem like they're giving back to. It's a nice live feed. We're not a whole lot's going on. So we'll be live probably another 30 minutes, and then we'll cut it short, but I greatly appreciate all of the few comments we had today, all of the people, the 4 million people that's tuned in the last 28 days. That's why I went live. I said, we need to continue to move forward and continue to be successful. Remember, don't get these people to knock. If you are at your job site or whatever the case may be, don't let these people deter your. Somebody said it best. They said, "Forget about the thief." They said, "Forget about the thief in the alleyway that's going to take your wallet. It's even more." How did they say? They say it's even more important to focus on. Or obviously I quoted it wrong. Say even more important to focus on the thief in your mind that's ready to steal your promise. So a lot of times, guys, we overcompensate ourselves with the ideas of that our coworkers run our lives, my friends. They're just trying to make it themselves. They barely even know what's going on half of the time. And that's a reality of what's going on in America. But somebody said, "Give me a kiss." We're seeing your pictures right over there, the Photography Plug. And I greatly appreciate everybody. Now we look over that slave master, Nathaniel Green, an illegal slave master here on Christmas. And our kids have to watch and walk by this day in and day out. But it's not so important as it is important as when we talked about Halle Berry. And as you go to the page, you can go to IG and see the as she walked off of the movie set, surrounded by white photographers, only wanted to be filmed by black photographers. I mean, by white photographers. This is a real issue. If Tom Brady had a camera, my friends, everybody would be ready to cheese. But because I'm black, unfortunately, people see me as a threat to America and American society. That's not necessarily true. When you become a non-threat, like a Kanye West or a Travis, or any of those individuals that's really a non-threat to society, that's when you become weak. So that is the truth, and as far as what I can tell you, the truth is. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We'll stay live a little bit more longer. I'll make sure I have plenty of charge when I'm heading back home. But I do greatly appreciate all the 4 million people. Can you imagine 4 million people coming to one page all at once? That makes us so proud and so happy here at Photography Plug. But you can see this would be a nice day to film. Humidity is low. When some people say, well, how are your stuff so clear? Because every single room you go into, the temperature changes, the humidity changes. So that's why Los Angeles is so successful. The humidity is so low. So it's not sweating like a Miami. Your film is not sweating. They have more beautiful sunset. So they have that advantage to be more successful. Then they have is entertainment, just like in New York City. When we take all those, May 1st, when we take all those photos, that is an arts district. Now I'm just learning a lot of this stuff. Sometimes we went blindly. It's not, nobody is more successful than an amateur, and two amateurs trying to, even though you probably said, well, Photography Plug, by now he's a professional. But when I was an amateur, we were more successful. Look how beautiful that crispy night, that humidity is so low. It's so low that it gives you that opportunity to film with high clarity. Now, if it was boiling hot or sweaty, and they have a Tesla over there in Christmas lights, which is pretty cool. But the subject at night, tonight, we're gonna finish off Lil Durk being incarcerated, second homicide. That is a very sad situation in Chicago for many people. Now, King Von passed away in that notorious Atlanta, very notorious city where Andre Dickens doesn't want to admit that Atlanta is so dangerous, my friends. If you go to Atlanta, all of those videos, we never say that Young Thug video. I stayed in the club for 5 minutes. I went in right there with Young Thug, 100% free. I never paid to get in any club spot unless a strip club. That was a strip club. We went out all in at once. So, that is a thing where people say, well, why didn't you get this? Why did we left so quickly and so early? Because people will break into your car in less than 5 minutes. So in LA, just like that guy closed the door, what they'll do, they'll try to slam the door and shake the keys. It's called being rude. So they're trying to run you out of town too. So they're trying to run you out of town by being rude to you. They might even walk in front of you, stop and let them go, because they're trying to slow you down, or they walk behind you and try to speed you up. So it's things that you have to know. Say you're in Chinatown and some crazy Chinese person, that's not a coincidence, my friends. Let them go. Somebody sent them there. You might run across the old lady. There's a Chinese person. She's so rude to you. So with so many people in Los Angeles, when I was there days ago, that is so incredibly rude. It's not like the South. That's what they call Southern charm. We say hello, we say goodbye, we shake hands. Even if you're our opposition, my friends, we still are kind of polite. There, nobody's polite. The illegal citizens are holding snacks that are illegal too. And I did post up. I said, this is a war I can't win right now, so I took it down. But I got into it with some Mexicans out there, which were on a job site that were illegal. He said, it's my father. I don't care if it's your daughter. If she's illegal, she has to go, my friends. Don't take a job from any American and you're illegal and then pretend like we're not going to say something about it. So, you know, the LAPD, they were on the page. And so I took it down because I felt like it's a war I can fight, but it's not a war I can win right now. So welcome to the Photography Plug, where we only have 9 likes. That is fine, my friends. When you have 100 consecutive, I am fine with. When you have 79, 80. The only thing I'm not good with when it goes down to 20 and 30, there's just nothing left there. But sometimes we don't have exciting shows. But remember, we're live. Anything can happen. I greatly appreciate all the support. Like I said, our YouTube partners, beautiful family, my beautiful mother, and all the people that really support me. That even makes it harder, my friends. When you have a foundation of people that actually support you, it's tougher because people are depending on that company to blow now. And I like to shout out Apple. Apple secures our page so well, and Apple products are known to have a very high security rate. So when somebody tells you to go to Boost Mobile, you know, to go to these cheap companies, tell them no, because Apple is a great company. So go with the higher end companies and not the low end companies that won't get you what you need in being successful. So we've been live for a while now, guys. I'm going to end this live, but I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in to the Photography Plug. We talked about Lil Durk's incarceration and him possibly being incarcerated for another homicide. This is breaking news. So I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Shouts out to Brazil. Shouts out to Australia. Shouts out to London, United Kingdom. Shouts out to my hometown. Shouts out to OGB Cooler. Shouts out to Red Gold and all the people that make this Photography Plug thing go around. Much love to everybody.